take the sun.
You take everything that seems like fun. You start it all up and then you're done.
Hey everyone, Rascal here.
And Mama, welcome to our podcast.
We're back with a look at another iconic cartoon from Cartoon Network, Chowder.
This show was created by C.H. Greenblatt, who also created Harvey Beaks. This series follows the misadventures of a cat, rabbit, dog, well, some type of animal as he learns to become a great chef from Mung Dal at his restaurant in Marzipan City. Yummy.
Right. And it was funny, they're all animals and they're all named after some dish. All, because you think about like chowder, truffle, schnitzel, panini, like wait a second, these are all food.
Right.
Gazpacho,
Right.
I don't know what Mung Dal is, maybe that's some,
It's a dish as well.
Okay, I wasn't sure about that one. But yeah, I remember this show coming out when I was really little as well, and it was really fun to watch.
And I remember when you had me watch a few episodes, I really liked it. And I really loved the voice of Chowder when you told me he's an actual kid. And I was like, oh, that's awesome.
Right. And they had quite a few stars in here, too. Like, they had Dwight Schultz as Mung Dal, Tara Strong as Truffles, which is a voice I've never heard her do ever. I think John DiMaggio was Schnitzel, and a couple others with it. Those were the ones they really showed the most for the cast.
Schnitzel is a sausage.
Oh, gosh. And why is it a rock, then? When it came on, this was like one of the things they had for the Har's Days, the block, where they would show all comedy for one day, and Chowder was one of them on the block. And they would have really creative episodes involving the food, all these weird dishes like the froggy apple crumple thumpkin, the purple apples, like he kept saying it like that, sounds like wrong. They would just have these really strange dishes they would cook up for the restaurant, and every time Chowder would like be tempted to eat everything there.
And I know, from what I remember, that's all he did was eat.
Yeah, he ate so much. And then he also had this little pet fart cloud called kimchi. I don't know, I can't like, wait, what is that? But all he speak, whenever he speaks, it.
And kimchi is like a fermented topping in Asian cuisine.
Does it
Japanese
make you fart,
it,
or
Koreans make it? I guess it could, since it's fermented.
if it's beans or something.
But I like when it's spicy.
Oh, that's probably why. And that's all we're talking.
No, it's not made from beans. It's like fermented cabbage.
Okay. Well, when he speaks, he speaks like that, and everyone just understands what he says. I'm like, how do you understand? And a big running gag always in the show will be some customer order some elaborate dish and took them the whole episode to make, or two, they became aware they were in a cartoon. It didn't start until after Chowder ate all this brain food because he was, they say, scatterbrain, because he was really, really stupid. There was no other way to put it. He was stupid. He said, put the spoon in the spoon drawer. He was putting it everywhere but the spoon drawer. He put it in the fork thing. He put it in a blender. Put it in the He almost put it in someone. And he's like, no, it doesn't hit the spoon drawer here. And when he ate the food, he became so aware. He realized they were in a cartoon. And he used his mind to change the whole show. So it became so boring. He said, look what you done. You messed up this show. And he erased everything. He's like, wait, now we have no show. Now you gotta restart it for the next episode.
Now, how many seasons did the show last?
I think it had 2 to 3. And the ending they had was called Chowder Grows Up. And it's literally what it meant. They had him grow up, but he wasn't ready. He would look like just like a taller version of himself, and he was still had the kitty voice. And I guess it was gonna be time. That's how they ended with him. You know, they always do those flash forwards, and he didn't want to grow up, he didn't want to get married, he didn't want to be not a kid anymore. He's like, oh, you have to do this. So the whole episode was about him like accepting he has to grow up, and then that's how the show ends, with him finally, becoming a chef, and it's gotta come to an end.
What fun is that?
Because that was the name of the special. That really wasn't one. I don't remember how it ended, but that was the conflict. He didn't want to go. He was just like a really big version of himself.
Now, you're being a little kid. What the heck did you think of that episode?
I didn't remember it that well. I don't know if I even saw it. I remember the advertisement said, come see the final episode, Chowder. And it was like, they had like, it was so elegant. It said, Chowder grows up. And I was like, okay. I'm not sure if they actually ended like that or turned out to be a dream or something. I really don't know, because I don't remember that last episode very much. But the other episodes they had before are really funny. Like, tons I remember, like, when Truffles had to make this stupid green goo that's supposed to make them lose weight. It was Flipper Flabber because she thought she was heavy, and they kept on to eat the flipper. It didn't even make them lose weight. It was just messy.
Okay.
And they had another one with her. We call it the Lemon Elephants, I think. And she had to stay with them because she was being so harsh on everything. And then where she changed her voice, where it was so soothing, where they weren't irritated by her or scared of her.
Okay.
There was one where that's what they had, the one where they ate all this grubble gum, and it stuck to everything, and it just literally just turned into a whole ball of effects. They had a Christmas special called Kanishmas, and that was a strange episode, but it was funny. They had Sniffle Ball, where it was just like the weirdest game of baseball I've ever seen in my life, because it was like, is this still baseball? Because it doesn't look like right to me. And the last episode I know was my all-time favorite is when they bought this stuff. It was supposed to be when Chowder was sick. They had to go to the store and buy a new machine. And they ended up going on the shopping street because the safe deposit box had so much money. They went on the shopping street and bought all this stuff. And then when we had to pay a guy for delivering these useless things, and among panic, because he even got a facelift and everything, and he's like, "Oh no, we're out of money, dude. You know what that means?" He said, "No money means no animation." And then they couldn't afford the cartoon anymore, so they were stuck as the voice actors, and you got to see all the people that were the voice actors, and you saw them in the recording studio, and they said, "What are we gonna do? We're gonna have to just raise the money back." And you saw them; they didn't fake this. They really did a little car wash and all these little stands and stuff for people in live action to raise money. He said, "Okay, I think we got enough to get the animation back," and then it turns back into a cartoon.
Now that one I do remember.
I love that. It's my favorite episode because it's like, no, they didn't do that.
Now, what made this for you, this show, so much fun and so memorable that you, years now, are covering it as one of the funniest cartoons you've ever seen?
I think because it was different from everything else. I like when they have shows that are really stand out from everything you see on there. And sometimes it can come as a surprise to the creators, but it depends on what they thought of the show, because we've seen some shows where you see the creator didn't have that much faith in it, and then you see it explodes in popularity.
Right. Like Tiger and Bunny.
Right. And Chowder, I think, was probably one of them because it's still memorable. There's a guy on YouTube named Shadow Streak who still loves that show and reviews it every once in a while now because he says one of his favorite cartoons of all time.
Okay.
And they say it's pretty much just this thing. I call him a thing because you don't know what animal he is. Every time you turn around, something different.
Yeah, I remember asking him, like, what is he? And you're like, I don't know.
He's got a rabbit
and
tail.
Then the blue guy that, what was he to him?
He was just the chef, I guess, a father figure.
And I'm like, what is he? And you're like, I don't know. And that's what stuck out to me.
Yeah.
You didn't know what anyone was that was on the show.
Right.
So it was just like these creative characters.
Right. The only ones you knew were like Schnitzel was a rock, literally a rock, and Gazpacho was a woolly mammoth, and that was it.
Cold soup.
And then and Panini was a rabbit. That's about it.
And that's the type of sandwich.
And I guess the apprentices.
It's funny when you think about it, and you think about the characters themselves, and it wasn't even a play on words. It was just like they named these characters these random foods, and it didn't have anything to do with what they look like or what the characters were, because a rabbit being a panini,
right,
a mammoth being gazpacho, unless you're saying because he's frozen, and a fossil maybe. I don't know.
Maybe, but yeah, they were just like food with that and stuff. And I also remember they would have these patterns on their clothes. You remember they would have the patterns and it always looked like it was constantly moving?
Yes,
that was a different type of animation they did for the clothes and the patterns. It would move with the character, so it wasn't just one thing. It's like they were moving in front of some other pattern, and it was always changing. And unless you paid attention, you didn't see that. And at the end, sometimes they would have little Muppets that would do extra sketches like, this is what we cooked today, or some little extra sketch, oh, look what we found here. And they were pretty funny because, they don't really do Muppet stuff anymore because, Disney has it. So they have to do it. But they would always have really creative little things going on every episode. I can go on and on about all the episodes, but they were just super fun. They're really creative, really funny, and I love how they always broke the fourth wall every time. And there would be another time where he said where one of the characters got bad luck and stuff was happening to him all day, and his nose just popped off. And he said, "Oh, that's more bad luck." He said, "No, it's not. It happens every episode." And I was like, "No, it doesn't." And yeah, it was just really funny how ladies became aware they were in a cartoon, and they will always interact with the audience, and they're like they knew, and it was just at the most inopportune times, like you least expect. All of a sudden, they're like to get the camera out of my face, you're too close, man. And like, oh, don't do that. They can't keep up with that, and they were always aware of it. And there were just so many things, but those were the highlights of the show. Sad that it's gone, but I'm glad that the creator got to do Harvey Beaks before. Unfortunately, that got canceled. But it was just a wonderful show, very memorable, and too bad it's not on Netflix either, but I would like to own it one day because it's that much fun.
Didn't you tell me that the kid who voiced Chowder did another character?
Yeah, it's been a while now. But, oh wait, he was in a live-action movie with Martin Lawrence. They called it, I think, Big Mama's House.
Yes.
It was the second one. They had this kid who was a computer hacker. That was the same kid.
Okay.
That was him.
Yes, I remember you telling me, "That's Chowder! That's Chowder!" And I remember, I was like, oh my gosh. So, yeah. So we did get to see what he looks like. And now he should be teen or close to being adult.
Yeah.
Now, so. Well, what is the main reason you would recommend anyone check out Chowder?
For just something really fun. You want to have a good time. You want to laugh. You want to see something really creative, like with Craig of the Creek and many other Cartoon Network shows, because they would have a whole this whole platter of creative shows. There was always something for everybody.
Well, what I remember the most is this being really zany. There's no other way for me to
describe
it is. It was so zany and off the wall, but it was fun. And I liked the relationship between Chowder and the blue guy. What was his name?
Mung Dal.
Mung Dal. I did like that. And she said he was like a father figure. And I thought the kid who did the Chowder's voice sounded adorable. And as you said, there was some really fun episodes. So from what I remember, it does seem like would be something that I would recommend even parents watch, with their kids, because you're going to enjoy it, because it's just loads of fun. And definitely very memorable. You're sitting here talking about it all these years later.
Yeah, most definitely. So, yeah, if you can, give it a look. If you haven't seen Chowder, and if you have, let us know, your favorite moments or favorite episodes in the comments below. Because I know for sure Looney Cat's seen it.
My favorite character names.
Right. Okay, so I'm Rascal Entertainments.
And I'm Mom Entertainments.
Have a toontastic day.
Peace.
Rivers and streams, plucking sunlight from the sky in my pocket.